We live in a culture obsessed with positivity. Every day we are told to think bigger, dream louder, stay motivated, and believe that we are capable of absolutely anything. Social media constantly shows us highlight reels of perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect careers, and perfect relationships. And without even realizing it, we start measuring our lives against those unrealistic standards. The pressure builds quietly. We feel behind. We feel not enough. We feel like we should be happier than we are. But what if this obsession with always being positive is actually making us miserable? In The Subtle Art of Not Giving a FCK*, Mark Manson presents a brutally honest argument. The key to living a good life is not about caring more. It's about caring less, but caring deeply about the right things. Your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Your emotional capacity is limited. Yet most people spend their attention on things that do not deserve it. We worry about what strangers think of us. We obsess over small inconveniences. We compare our behind the scenes to someone else's curated highlight reel. And by the end of the day, we feel mentally exhausted without having built anything meaningful. Manson introduces a powerful metaphor. You only have a limited number of FCKs to give in your lifetime. If you try to give one to everything, you'll end up drained, anxious, and directionless. The solution is to become selective, to consciously choose what deserves your concern and what doesn't. One of the most transformative ideas in the book is this: problems never disappear. They simply change form. Many people believe that happiness means reaching a point where problems no longer exist. But that's an illusion. If you're broke, you have money problems. If you're wealthy, you have investment problems. If you're single, you struggle with loneliness. If you're in a relationship, you face compromise and conflict. Every stage of life comes with its own set of challenges. So the real question is not, how can I eliminate problems from my life? The real question is, which problems do I want? Because the quality of your life depends on the quality of the problems you are willing to solve. This shifts everything. Instead of chasing comfort, you start choosing meaningful struggle. Instead of avoiding pain, you decide which pain is worth enduring. Success requires discipline. Fitness requires discomfort. Deep relationships require vulnerability. Nothing valuable comes without friction. Another central theme of the book is radical responsibility. Manson makes a crucial distinction. Not everything that happens to you is your fault, but everything that happens is your responsibility. This means you may not control events, but you always control your interpretation and your reaction. Two people can experience the exact same failure and walk away with completely different outcomes. One sees it as proof of inadequacy. The other sees it as feedback and growth. The event is neutral. The meaning is chosen. When you take responsibility for your interpretation, you take back control of your life. The book also challenges the modern obsession with feeling special. We are constantly encouraged to believe that we are extraordinary, destined for greatness, and entitled to massive success. But paradoxically, this mindset can increase anxiety. Because if you believe you must be exceptional, then every normal moment feels like failure. Manson argues that accepting your average qualities can actually be liberating. When you accept that you are flawed, limited, and imperfect, just like everyone else, you stop performing for validation. You stop trying to prove yourself constantly, and you start focusing on steady improvement rather than dramatic recognition. Values play a critical role in this transformation. According to Manson, most people choose poor values. They prioritize being liked, being envied, being admired, or avoiding discomfort. These values depend on external validation and create fragile self-esteem. Better values are internal. Growth over approval. Honesty over image. Discipline over comfort. Curiosity over certainty. When your values are internal, your emotional stability increases. You no longer depend on applause to feel worthy. You measure yourself by effort, not by attention. One of the most powerful lines in the book states, "Who you are is defined by what you're willing to struggle for." This means your identity is not shaped by what you dream about, It's shaped by what you endure. If you want mastery, you must embrace repetition. If you want confidence, you must accept rejection. If you want influence, you must tolerate criticism. The struggle is not separate from success. It is the pathway to it. Ultimately, the subtle art of not giving a FCK asterisk is not about apathy. It's not about becoming careless or indifferent. It's about becoming intentional. It's about narrowing your focus to what truly matters and releasing everything else. In a noisy world that constantly demands your attention, the real power lies in selective attention. Not everything deserves your reaction. Not every opinion deserves your response. Not every opportunity deserves your energy. When you stop scattering your attention across trivial concerns, you create space for depth, and depth is where meaning lies. The subtle art is not about caring less about life. It's about caring more about the right things. And when you master that distinction, your life becomes quieter, clearer, and far more powerful.